Welcome back to Ozarks Live. Tom is hanging out at Banter Brewing Company today.
Yeah, Tom, how are things going over there?
Things are going fine. As a matter of fact, this is a place that's really like, I guess you might say, an old-style neighborhood gathering place. Of course, as you said, I'm at Banter Brewing. I've got John Weddle and Brian Harbison with me. Gentlemen, first of all, thanks for inviting us over. All right, John, I'm going to go with you first. You've got to give kind of an elevator speech here. Just give an overall view of what Banter is all about.
Yeah, so here at Banter, we believe that people coming in and coming together, you're going to start the conversation, right? And when you start that conversation, then you're going to build some community. And so that's really what we're about. We are, like you said, kind of that neighborhood brewery, right? Yeah. And so we're a little bit smaller. We don't have TVs around to be distracted by. We have some family-style seating here, so people can really get to know their neighbors, enjoy a good beer, have a good conversation.
No, okay, you're the brewmeister,
yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. You have to keep ahead of everybody else because this is not your average, you can find this beer any place around. These are really unique, the things that you bring here at Banter.
Yeah, we try to have some fun to bring in some styles that either might be hard to find. In fact, we just took off an English mild, which you can't find those at grocery stores. So it's kind of fun to make something you really, just can't find. So we try to do a good mix of stuff that you're familiar with. So we have some Pilsners on, and then we also have a Doppelbock here for you to try, which is a little bit harder of a style to go find in buy stores.
Okay, and that's part of what I believe you really try to do here. You try to surprise people a little bit.
We do try to surprise people. A lot of times we'll find that people will come in and they may not be familiar with a style of beer, so they'll be hesitant to kind of try that style. And so what we really try to do is we start the conversation with them. What kind of beers do you like? What kind of flavors are you looking for in a beer? Okay. Let us introduce you to something else. We'll give you samples, let you try it, maybe find some new things that you like, just like maybe we found some new things for you today.
Well, I have to admit, you did. Very surprising because you all had me try an IPA, and I'll go, no, I don't like IPAs. And this was unlike any other. Is that what you kind of strive for?
Yeah, so IPA traditionally has been a style that comes across as very bitter. And starting a few years ago, the style slowly developed out of the Northeast. That was a very hoppy beer that didn't have a lot of bitterness. And so we did our own take on that style. And it's our Iron Gospel. It's probably our #1 selling beer here at the tap room, right next to our Plainview Pilsner. So that's what we'll be trying today.
Now, of course, introducing people to different beers, trying to fit the beer to the person almost. That's kind of where Flight Club, I know we're not supposed to talk about Flight Club, but that's where and it's not the first time you heard that either.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
But you do have Flight Club here, and the purpose is to maybe introduce yourself to a different kind of taste.
We do. So our Flight Club is just that. With a flight, you get 4 5-ounce pours. And the Flight Club we offer, it's one set price, $60 for the remainder of this year. And then you get discounted flights, you get discounted pints, you get discounted merchandise. Right, so it's kind of our version of a mug club, but we're doing it on a smaller scale so you can get introduced to a lot of new beers, try a lot of different things that maybe you wouldn't otherwise try.
Well, what are we seeing in front of us here? I mean, because there's your flight right there.
This is the flight.
So yeah, our first beer here is the Pilsner. If you want to go ahead and try that. And actually, that just got put on tap at the Alamo Theater up the road here. And we call it our Plainview Pils. Very light drinking, a lot of hop character.
Very light.
Better.
Okay.
Like I said, that's probably our #1, #2 seller.
That's the Pilsner.
That's the Pilsner. And then the #2 is the Iron Gospel, and that is the IPA, and that is, that one right there.
Yes, I'll taste that one again.
Yes, and you were surprised by it.
So I was.
We do get people that come in and say, I don't really like hoppy beers, or I don't like IPAs because of this, and we really encourage them to try because sometimes they're a little different than what they're expecting.
Yeah, I mean, if you've not tasted things like this, we're talking notes of different fruits and things like that. It's not just all hops, which I think a lot of people think, well, that's all beer is.
Right. Yeah, and our Iron Gospel, I mean, that's the reason it's our #1 seller is, it's got that pineapple note, it's got that citrus forward flavor, and then it's got a little bit of hoppiness to it as well.
All right, now I'm seeing in the middle here, this is a little darker. Is it a little heavier beer?
Yes, that's our Doppelbock, and it's going to be on the complete opposite end of the spectrum. It's going to be very malty, a little bit on the sweet side. It comes in at about 8% alcohol.
Oh, that's good.
A lot of flavor, a lot of character.
Now, right in the front, okay, Tell me about this, because I
So
think
that's a
it's not
fun
what
one.
I've expected.
That's a fun one. So we do our own hard seltzers here at the brewery. We use whole fruit in all our seltzers. But this one in particular, we also have wine at the brewery, and we have a whole blueberry wine. So we added the blueberry wine to our blueberry seltzer to basically make a mixed drink, and it has been a fan favorite. So you have to try it.
I'm going to try this, and John, while I'm doing this, remind people how they can keep up with all that you have to offer here at Banter Brewing.
Absolutely. So you can follow us on Facebook, you can follow us on Instagram. Easiest way, just Google us. We keep all the information updated out on Google, and you can find us here in Plainview Corners.
Oh, all right. Say it again. Where can they find you?
Right here
I'm
in
holding the
Plainview
mic over
Corners.
here.
Yeah, we're right here at Plainview Corners at the corner of Plainview and Campbell.
All right. And a little bit, we're going to come back, because they are, you know, not only a place to gather, but they work into the community. You'll see what I mean in just a bit. Back to you guys.
Blueberry sounds amazing.
That sounds so good right now.
All right, well, up next.